This is the one thing that will instantly differentiate you from the vast majority of aspiring professional content creators, because most people don't do this. Hey friends, I started to get some comments asking me why I'm giving away the advice on this channel for free. They said it was really valuable. I should be charging for it. I should be selling a product, one of those tools or some coaching. I should be pushing more capitalism. I'll be honest, it threw me for a bit of a loop that people were saying that until I really thought about it. It reminded me of something I learned a long time ago about content creation that is really important. And frankly, it is the one thing that will propel you to success on any platform you start, including on YouTube. And it was a very hard one for me, and it's something that most people really don't know. So I thought I would save you a lot of hassle and tell you about it today. As regular viewers of the channel know, I'm relatively new to YouTube, having started my first channel last year, but I'm not new to making money online or being a content creator. I've made my living here, there, and everywhere online for 7 years now. And it hasn't been easy building a platform and doing everything that I do. But I'll tell you what's the most important thing I had to learn. This is the one thing that will instantly differentiate you from the vast majority of aspiring professional content creators, because most people don't do this. The way most people act when they're new to content creation is that they approach the process pretty selfishly. They dream about being rich and famous. They think about an audience adoring them. They think, what can I get out of the experience? How can I get people to pay me? How can I get people to follow me? They want to get, and they want to do that as easily as possible. They want to give as little as possible before they get. It's the idea about get rich quick schemes. They want it to happen fast, and they don't want to have to do a lot. I mean, that's human nature, right? That's a great investment when you don't put in very much and you get out a lot. But there's a way that you can stand out that's really, really interesting, and that's if you are willing to give before you get. If instead of taking a selfish view of the whole process, you're willing to be a little bit more selfless. So before you ask for all that value from your viewers, for engagement, for monetization, for money from buying products and everything, you're willing to put out value when no one is paying you. When you're not getting anything really back from the process, if you're willing to give that value first, that is huge. And what I see instead is so many new content creators that are value misers, who say things like, well, I'll put in more effort once I'm being paid. So you're kind of thinking about, what can YouTube do for me, right? And you want to flip it around, like the famous saying, right? Ask not what YouTube can do for me, ask what I can do for YouTube. So from the viewer perspective, you think, what would I have liked to have seen more of on YouTube? Or you can identify a gap in a niche or a process that was helpful to you, and you could put something out for that. It takes a lot of honesty, it takes a lot of thought, a lot of perspective taking, thinking about what would be valuable to the viewer. And when you're new, especially, you're not always going to get that right. But the fact that you're thinking about it and you're trying to figure it out from the viewer perspective for how to make them happy, how to please them, rather than looking for a quick track to pulling the lever and getting all the money and the coins to pop out, it will differentiate you so fast that it puts you on a separate track. That's really, really important. That's kind of what people talk about when they talk about making good videos first. People think about it, well, there's these certain metrics. You know, it has to look a certain way, it has to sound a certain way, it has to be a certain way. Ultimately, a good video is one that provides value, that is fun or useful to watch. If you can do that, then you will do very, very well at YouTube, especially if you can package it so that people know at a glance that it's going to pay off with that value proposition. Because that's the other thing about thinking about the viewer first, is that it makes your content better. You're in that mindset. You're looking to provide value. You're not thinking about how to enrich yourself. I mean, here's the thing. If you do that, you're more likely to enrich yourself. Viewers will pay you back in engagement and in trust and in building a community, and you will, down the road, get so much back in return. But you need to be the one to go first. You need to be willing to invest the value before anybody's giving you anything. And in some cases, to invest that for a while and to have that hard-won process of thinking about what does the viewer want, trying something, seeing how close you were, and adjusting. If you focus on giving instead of getting, your content will get better and you will actually get more. That's the weird thing. Just being a miser and being like, trying to do the least to get the most, it's not only basic and played out, it's also really ineffective. It's like most things in life. If you're into anything just for the money, the content is gonna suffer. You know, depending on how much skill and knowledge you have, you can get by, you can get some traction, you can get through. but you still won't be where you would have been if you focused on giving and providing. So of course you're going to give away good content. That's what you're doing on YouTube. That's the whole way you grow. You're giving it away for free. And the flip side is it's not for free long term, not even by a long shot. Think about this. So as I'm recording this video now, by the time it comes out, I'll be in a different boat because I tend to work and then schedule my content out a little ways. But I'm getting pretty close to 1,000 subscribers and I'm over 2,000 watch hours. I'm definitely proceeding at a pace that I need to monetize the channel, which is nice. I didn't know if that would be the case. So at the very least, I'll be getting some AdSense revenues on this channel as that happens, as I get accepted into the YouTube partner program. So I'm going to be getting something for this content. But frankly, that's not a concern for me on camera when I'm teaching and talking about things. That's the editor guy, that's the business guy. I kind of separate myself off into different buckets. I have the topic development part of my personality. I have the stats analyst. I have the business development part of my personality. That's more business development, like is video paying off? How much time should I allocate in my work schedule to video versus memes versus books versus e-commerce, all these different legs of my business. That's more that guy. When I'm here, when I'm a teacher, we're just providing value, we're seeing where it goes. And it's kind of a leap of faith to provide value without getting anything in return. But here's the thing. There are so many ways in the course of a lifetime to waste time, to waste energy. If it doesn't pay off, if this doesn't grow, at least I'm doing something constructive. I'm helping other people to get a little closer to achieving their dreams as a content creator, as a YouTuber, as an author, all the different ways that I'm teaching. And frankly, I've spent more time and energy on less useful things. So even if this channel is never monetized, I spent the time well, I spent the energy well. So I think that's important too. Provide value, and ideally provide value in a way that you're also getting a little something, not necessarily money or anything from the external world, the validation from the viewers, but for yourself. But yeah, that's why I'm giving it away for free. That's what you're supposed to do. Anyway, it was great talking to you as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.